So thank you all for your participation. We wanted to have this session to talk a little bit about what suppliers can anticipate from the whole process of bringing a new build together, and how they can get involved in the process of design, production, and ultimately delivering to the ship a wonderful product that we see within our design members. We know design is important, environmental safety is important, and the creativity and innovation, and making sure that we maintain a sustainable environment for our passengers to enjoy. So I wanted to give you an opportunity before we go all into that. Marco, if you can tell us a little bit about the Jorio, your position into the industry, how you got started, and what you look for when you are putting together a whole new project with some of our shipbuilders and the creative process with the owners.
Okay. Well, our studio is a long history. Has been found in the end of 50s by my father. And since the beginning, started working for the first passenger ships, etc. I'm founder of the Jorio Design International and the Jorio Luxury projects. Now we have the Jorio Luxury projects, and recently we have found another office in Switzerland. The name is the Jorio Design Swiss. In order to enhance our branch, also to residential, because we believe that today it's very important that it change, cultural change between the residential and the ship. It's very important for some elements of comfort or quality space. Going to the first question, say it's very important the collaboration and to create a good partnership between all the stakeholders, all the competence. The shipbuilding industry is very complicated. It's a specific know-how that we have, especially in Europe, because we have the best historical competence for that. So it's very important since the beginning of shipbuilding to establish a good relation between the owners, of course, and the customer, the shipbuilders, with all the line of the contractors, subcontractors, and suppliers, and the design. I think it's mostly the three elements of this business. Why have they work cooperatively with a great level of understanding, reciprocal understanding? That's because the designer, which is in the middle, is the one that have to translate demands from the owner to the shipbuilding and transmit that demands into a workable manner. So since the beginning, the process demanded the participation of all components. I mean, not yet the supplier. The supplier starts to work later. The first, it's a part of the industry. The supplier is a part of the chain in the shipbuilding. So the first is to ensure correct translation into drawings and specification on the commercial demand of the owner. The owners themselves, they have an office that studied, they have a project team that internally create the commercial and operational demand and give the characteristic to the yard. After that, there is they focus the preliminary plans, the preliminary element of project. They are strategic because a part of that, the line of building is start from its minimum 3 years or 5 years, depending on the complexity of the ship. A giant ship today, the prototype demands more time, even 5 years. So along this schedule, you fix some elements of the project, mainly structural and mainly the general layout for the urbanist level of the ship. After that, the designer made all the concept, the interior concept from the ship in order to fix also the interior. And now it's very different from the past. And in the past there was a slowly focus on the project. Now it's quite the opposite. Because the owners in the world, not only on the ship, but also in the residential market, they want to see the picture, what will be.
Right.
So we have to imagine much time before how will be the result. So it's very important.
Yeah, you have to represent the vision first, and then you have to work behind.
We want a real picture. So now the technology, you're able to improve your technological asset to be competitive.
Yeah. So when.
And then we go deeply in the shortly speaking. There is a focusing on the project, designing all drawings, technical drawing, detail, etc. And then start to work the contractor, the supplier.
Right.
The which selection is very important because today the competition is not only between the different ship owners, but between the land based tourism and the tourism on the sea, the sea village. It's very. This is the place where you play. You play.
So, thank you for that. So for a company like Molteni,
yeah,
or a company like Workhouse, working with a design firm like the Jorio, evidently there's a collaboration and cooperation process, as you indicated, Marco. For others who want to get into this process, can you give a little bit of your perspective on where and what you need in terms of information to collaborate, to work through that collaboration process, and be as creative as you can in making sure that your product is integrated into the design? Can I start with you?
Yeah. No, for sure, what is our job means usually we take in consideration the concept, the design concept made by the architect. In this case, we are proud to work with an architect like Marco de Jorio, that is perfect. And usually our job, we have to maintain the concept, the material, but we have to develop what is the concept and put our technical issue that we have, because after that we have to fabricate this. And also usually the architect goes a concept. This is the visual that but some companies has to develop in terms of technical issue that has to be strong enough and easy to install, to assembly, is something that is very important. And honestly, usually it's important for us to understand also the target price that we have to achieve, because we know that the companies need some quality in terms of everything, but at the end of the day, what is important is also the target price. This is, and sometimes we have to collaborate with the architect in order to understand where we are and which kind of value engineering we have to suggest, agreed with the architect to achieve what is the target price. This is.
And Sergio, in that process, because you have a very important element into the whole end product, for those in the audience who are not familiar with who Molteni is, can you talk a little bit about who you are and the importance of your product in the design concept?
Yeah, Molteni is a family company, and this year is 90 years that is founded by, now is the third generation, and 90 years ago was founded by the first generation. And we are focused on all the furniture, We have different, at the moment, Molteni Group, the family Molteni, we have 4 companies all around Milano. That is Molteni NC that produce furniture for house, and then the other one is Dada that we produce kitchen furniture, cabinets. Unifor that produce office furniture, and Citerio is wall partitions. All these 4 companies is under Molteni family, 100%. They started to make product, design product, and we sell through our dealer around the world or our flagship store around the world. We have more than 900 locations that we sell our standard furniture. This is one thing. The second issue is about the contract division. The contract division means we try to use our capability to work with some level of furniture that we have in our standard to follow some projects. About the contract division, we have 4 different sections. The biggest one is the cruise ship, that we do cruise ship, and the most important client that we have is Fincantieri. Then we have the fashion. That fashion, we do stores, shops with Cartier boutique. We have a general agreement all the world with Cartier. We are working with Tiffany boutique. Tiffany, when they lost, there is a new that is LVMH, but we are working with different stores with them. Then we work with Graf. Graf is the jewelry from London. And then now we are starting with Louis Vuitton. With this 4 is fashion, that we have residential, that we do maybe not a lot in Italy, but in the Middle East, Far East or US, they sell the apartments together with the fixed furniture, like kitchen and closet and bathroom vanities. And this is our residential, that we supply this to the developer. And then the last one is the hospitality, we do hotels. For this reason, usually, and is what we are talking now about the cruise ship, is something that is only to give you a total image, is when we have our standard product, is the feeling of Molteni. About the contract, no, because we have to follow what Marco designed and his team, and we have to do the best in order to be happy everybody, the architect and also the final client, because this is important. And in our what we use for our standard is the technology that we have, that we develop in order to put inside the dedicated pieces for, in this case, for the cruise ship. Honestly speaking, about the cruise ship, our focus is the high level, because, you know, Molteni is one of the, maybe we are not the top, but we are one of the top company, and our business is the high level of market. For this reason, we are focused, for example, in MSC Explora, this is our target, because it's something that is very important, and not that the other is not, but this is the level that we have to achieve.
So I'm going to come back to you in a minute. I'd like to hear about, when we talk about sustainability and innovation, how you integrate into that. But before we go there, I'd like to hear from you, Daniele. Talk a little bit about who Workhouse is and how you integrate your process of creativity into the whole design to supply, and making sure that, you know, the end product is the quality that you align with.
Okay, thank you, Carla. Workhouse was born more than 20 years ago. The owner is Mr. Croxato, and is a company managed by a family with his son and his daughter. I am the general manager since June 2023. We are most focused 95% on cruise ship market, because it's something selective, peculiar, but also amazing, because it's something to take care about the intent of the project, starting from the idea, coming to the general contractor that taking care, take charge of the engineering of the an idea, and we provide the service about manufacturing marble, stones, ceramic, specific handmade work on glass mosaic, glass partition. We work at the same level of Molteni in high-end project. This means we, with an engineering partner, we take care and develop the last step of the supply chain, starting from an idea, coming to a general contractor, and close up with the selection of material. Means typology of marble, what you can do with a marble, if it's something sustainable or something suitable for sanitary use, for low cold or low purpose, ceramic, glass, mosaic, and of course we work in synergically with architect and with contractor in submitting product in order to achieve the approval. And the most amazing thing when we have, let's say, the first ship as a prototype, there is a very massive work in thousands and thousands of hours in designing, in research and development, to find out the best solution in terms of an aesthetical point of view first. After this comes budget activities, and of course Sergio has mentioned value engineering, that this is a process that has his magnitude in the schedule of the construction of the ship. And our aim is to submit the product, trying to mixing and to matching the design intent and of course the budget. This is our first scope of business related according to the product that we manage on a daily basis as a management.
So Marco, going back to you then, thank you for that, Daniele. When you think about all the considerations that need to take place into the process, what are the priorities? We know innovation is key. We've been talking about this through this entire event. Sustainability is extremely important for our industry. And of course, we always want to have something fresh, something new. And certainly, for those who are procuring for the new builds and for the ships, cost is an important factor. How do you work all these elements into the whole,
This is our know-how. We work with the 4 list goals, many goals. Now it's more complicated a little bit, especially for sustainability, which is important too, because we expect a better world. Each of us has a mission today, I think, and the companies are working so much, and the shipyard are working so much to reach this target. How? There are many investments, also the government, to support this element. That is not enough. Imagine a luxury ship, luxury ship, is more easy to hold on these goals because they are managing to cover this strong investment. So you need special materials, special company. The company spend a lot of money to create this condition and to work into the ecological transition. That has a cost, and the cost, of course, is transmitted also in the building. If you want everything at a higher level of green, it's much expensive. So it's easier for luxury ship to follow that, not less easier for contemporary vessel, for popular ship. So we have to work both design, we have to work in order to create more convenient, more inviting the ship, in order to convince the people. Of course, there is a work of making sensitivity to that. The people's television networks, and any day they listen. this important target, this of transition. Our mission is to use material more green. This is easier today because there are many companies that provide material, and they have the process as Molteni has.
Yes,
the
yeah.
process of building interior to create really what they produce is more green. And we transmit this in the choice of materials, but also in very important the comparison between, as I said before, between the sea village and the land village. This is the next challenge on my advice, because on land it's more easy to reach the ecological transition because we are on land. We have many support to do that. On a ship it's more difficult because the ship need fuel, need to move, and the shipyard making a great investment for that. Now today we have the LNG, but it's a temporary. It's not finished. Now they're working to the self fuel, still. It's very important to support this big investment in order that the ship will become really eco-friendly in the future, much more as they are starting to be today. And to do that, we have a mission. We have to convince. Also, CLIA can work on that.
Yes, of course.
It's very important. It's an exhibition because for the first time you open your rooms, you open your work to people, and I think it's a good idea to show
all the different elements into the process,
yeah,
right?
right. So it's important to create a surrounding on the ship to be much inviting for the people. Compared to the land-based tourism, there is a better opportunity on the ship because you can, if you ensure the same level of comfort, quality, of memory, of service, of food, etc., you give the opportunity to move with your village and to visit any destination. So the ship itself is a destination today. You offer destination on other countries. This is something that a fixed village cannot offer. So we have to make any effort to show that the ship are green, are becoming more green, but we need the support of people, the support of tourism, the support of the guests. So it's very important to be open, to show what the shipping is doing for the ecological transition. And this is very applicable to invite people that today doesn't go cruise to come to cruise.
Excellent, thank you. So, Sergio,
Yeah.
with the furniture, when you put this all together, you take the concept Marco has created together with the owners and the shipbuilder. In your manufacturing process, you have multiple other material providers that are part of your final product. How do you go through the transition and the considerations that need to be taking place? You hear the importance of innovation, you hear the importance of sustainability. How do you translate that for the suppliers who who provide material for your end product?
This is important
And
things.
keeping costs down.
Yeah, no, I know. But no, just our company is focused in general with this issue. For example, all the energy that we use in our company, in our factory, that is more or less 120,000 square meter cover, yeah, it's very big. And we have the photovoltaic that cover everything. And all the energy, we are 65% is covered with the photovoltaic, 65%. That is and now we are doing better. And this is for the energy in order to avoid the C02 that is, but okay, we have to do better, but just 65% is a very high level. The second point is we are certified with all the material that we have to use. We have a eco chain that we have. We buy the material, has to be, for example, FSC, because we use a lot of wood veneer, but all has to be in according with when we buy, they have to replant the trees. This is, and for sure, for example, we are working in terms of packaging. We don't use any more plastic. And no polystyrol, I don't know, it's polyurethanic. It's something that is, and we use a lot of paper that is recycled. All the material that we use, also if it is not FSC because it's not wood, has to be a recycled material. This is, and we are trying to put this inside the chain of the material and the product that we are using for the cruise ship. We started with our standard product that we sell to the market, but with this experience, we are working now for all the cruise ship that we do to maintain this. For us, it's very, very important. But it's a willingness that has also in the Molteni family has this, because they are very focused on this.
Thank you.
Okay.
Daniele, you work with the flooring. How flexible is it? I mean, when you think about the same elements, I mean, what sort of flexibility do you have? What are some of the considerations that need to be taken place in the flooring and the, the material that needs to be integrated in?
The first attention comes from the idea and also through the process in charge to the general contractor. It's something that is sensitive for us. Speaking on two different levels, we have sustainability of the company itself and the supply chain. Of course, all of us pay attention in selecting material coming from a supply chain that is sustainable with certification. About company, we think about to achieve the ESG statement, because it's something that we are convinced that we have a big responsibility in front of us to the next generation in order to think about what we need for the future. It's not only a slogan, it should be a way of thinking, and there should be, let's say, something very real. Of course, we received the project. We have the main objective is to submit product according to the project, and we receive the specification. We collaborate with the architect in submitting in the middle of the process before the finalizing of the design. Sometimes we are involved in pre-selecting material that should be achieved this requirement in terms of sustainability, design for sure, also cost. And during the process, we try to have this puzzle well finished in order to achieve all the ingredients of this process. This is something articulated.
Excellent. So I had the pleasure in this event to be able to see how the three of you come together to bring a product to life. And this is the same thing that happens on a cruise ship. For other exhibitors in this event, whether we're talking about food and beverage, technical equipment, front-facing supply like plates and serviceware and finishings and bathroom linens and whatever the case may be, within your design process and in your collaboration, how do you connect with all of these different suppliers, and who are your key partners into putting it together? Let's start with you, Marco.
Yes, of course. This is exactly the design process. So we have here to meet, really meeting to introduce all these elements in the project. This is a part of the focusing of the project. Yeah. So before to make the final drawings, we have to integrate all this information, food and beverage, sound and light, air conditioning, electricity, all elements, the physical element that enter in the interior is a part of the interior project.
Yeah, it's not just the furniture, it's not just the floor.
not
You
the
take everything
furniture.
into concept. Yeah, right?
You should see what is inside the skin. You see just the skin, but inside there is
It's everything.
very
Yeah.
more. So we have to work on that with your competence, your know-how. You speak with people with the same language.
Yeah, so for you, it's
a technical language, which is not English, French, German, is
everything.
everything.
What about for you, Daniele? Who are your key partners in putting together the whole process?
Well, we have, of course, we have a deep knowledge about this market since 20 years, because we are convinced that if you want to stay and to survive on this market, you should stay in this because it's something peculiar. We need to know laws, American laws, European laws, in terms of new building, shipping or retrofit project as a refurbishment. Our knowledge in terms of food and attention to take care about details relating to everything is connected to the food, to the operator that are working on a catering area, on bar, counter. We provide natural product protected with process before deliver the goods in order to make sure that the natural product that for sure it's more attractive mostly instead of ceramic, but we should guarantee that these surfaces are stable for hygienic purpose, for cold, for low, and everything. We have, of course, a supply chain that is not so big, is limited in order to have a VIP partner in order to follow what is the restriction, because it's not so, this market is not so open as the land market. We have to keep in consideration a lot of requirement itself as a typology of market that should be, adding the intention of the architect, the idea, and also the owner, because for in the end, a vessel is a dream.
Excellent, thank you. For you, Sergio, who are your key partners into the shipbuilding process?
This is what Daniele said. Also for us about this food and beverage, it's something that honestly we have to follow, because in our experience we have some experience, but at the end of the day, who decide is the cruise ship owner or the people that has to make this, and we follow them in order to make them happy, and for sure we can suggest something material that has to be in according with what they need. But honestly, is what they need, they have to tell us. We can suggest something, but at the end they decide what is. We can say this is, in our opinion, is better than this on that, but at the end they decide this is. And it's always for the hospitality, also it's like in the cruise ship, but it's all the same. Means the architect decides something, we decide something, but is the people that have in gestion this that has to decide, okay, this works or not, this is.
So we've been talking quite a bit about how you all collaborate, how you know, the supply chain process for you to integrate into what is expected at the end of the day. For anyone in the audience, do you have any questions for the panelists? We have one here.
Hi. With all this collaboration, how do you guys make sure that the dream is fit for purpose in the venue that it's being dreamed for?
Yeah.
Of course, the whole experience should be a dream, of course, correct. as our job is very important to establish, just to finish, the secret of all this technical work is establish a good relation between all stakeholders. The good relation is the secret to make a good ship, this is sure. Even there are sometimes some difficulty, you have to find out the solution with the experience and the good approach. Of course, the target is to make inviting the ship, a memorable ship. Because if the ship, the interior, and the result of all this job is positive, the experience of the cruise will be memorable, and you can repeat. And the talking voice by voice is very important. Not only the cost, the price, the agency. It's very important to create a good image of the cruise for you. So it's true. We never forget that, especially as designers, we never forget that we must ensure a dreaming moment, dreaming moment. So.
Do you ever collect information from the passengers and from the crew?
Some
feedback.
We read a lot of the reviews, of course. It's very important.
The reviews are important after the ship comes out.
Of course.
Yes.
With the reviews, we talk with people. And also we have to make our by own experience, not only going in luxury hotels. You must be with the people to exactly know what the people want. We never have to forget it, because our idea of our style life is not necessarily the style life of the people. You have to be linked with the people to get the same experience. Otherwise, you don't know which is their expectation. They want to dream and compare to their life. So we have to offer a positive experience, trying to, sometimes we have to forget, in the process of design, in the office, we never stop, we have our ideas, but we make some tests. What do you think about what we call someone to ask, what do you expect? We make a little test, a little, competition to come out to the comments. It's very important.
Excellent. Okay. Anyone else in the audience have any questions? Thank you for that. Okay. As we trying to close a little bit, last thoughts. When we think about the future, what are some of the exciting things that you're looking forward to that you would like to share with the audience?
Well, we are a part of a transition, someone asked me yesterday, which is the project I love more, or I pay more attention. I would say, as when you deliver a ship, a project, you are already thinking to the next, because you are never happy. You are never happy. We always think to the future to make the best. This is nice, but you already think to the next. You want to improve everything. You improve the design, you improve your idea, but you always think how to anticipate the next style life. What we meet. The difference between the cruise ship and the village. Some village respect some targets, some markets, and they are territorially based. The residential is based on specific countries. Ship is for anybody. They go around the world. They offer cruise experience to many cultures. So you have to think what the different culture expect to see. Some ship can offer a functional flexibility. So in accordance to different cruise, they move a little bit. They create specific offers. And then there is an aspect that exists also in the design. But the most important is to create something that is acceptable and understandable for different cultures. 10 years ago was different, because you remember the people from Far East or Chinese has their own strong culture. Now it's different because they travel more, they come in Europe or in the West, and they last so much that is helpful to create a more common level of expectation. There are peculiar aspects of the culture that depends on, they don't like the sun, for instance. So they have to pay. But there is a level in the taste, in the power for the design and expectation in design. It became almost the same. They lost the linear luxury today, the linear design. So for that point, it's becoming easier to guess what the people want. And as at the beginning of the conference, there is a competition as normal in the market between the ship owners. If you want to win, you have to compare your experience with the land-based experience.
You're
Oh my
comparing
God, it's very important. We are working also
for the cruise industry.
we are also for the good industry, and also for residential. And we found out that there are many things in common that the one can be helpful for everyone.
I see. And Helen, from your perspective, what excites you more? Thank you for that, Marco. What are you looking forward to when we're looking at the future of cruise? How we've come back from the whole pandemic. We're still building ships. We're still, continuing to develop. We know we have those new initiatives and expectations from innovation and sustainability. What excites you more from within your realm of product?
Yes, we are a part of a very attractive business, this is for sure. There is a lot of competition. Our way of thinking is to try to integrate better and better the supply chain, starting from the project to the general contractor, in order to be more efficient. And as Marco told before, our must is to have a positive relationship in the supply chain, because this market is it's quite tough to manage, and we are positive too, and we think that it's a win-to-win scheme scenario in order to achieve the goal together, because we are speaking about thousands and thousands of hours, hundreds and hundreds of workers, designer, square meter of product, ceramic or marble and glass. And our first aim is to try to integrate better our supply chain, not only for produce and sell, but also to integrate, let's say, it's something a little bit ambitious as a workhouse company.
Great, thank you. Last, Sergio, from your perspective, what's
for us, for us, when is supply chain in our opinion, the best is not to be only a supply, but has to be a partner. Means this is something that for us is very important to have a very good relation with the owner, the architect, also the yard, all the people that are working, not only that, okay, Molteni, you are the supplier. No, we have to work as a team all together in order that has to be everybody has to be on the same line. If for sure nobody is perfect, we can do mistake, but everybody, and means, but we have to work as a team. Otherwise, this is our dream. That is important for everybody. It's not because is your fault. That is important, and we try to do our best together with the architect, the yard, and the owner. This is
all three of you work very closely as partners, and you have established a relationship with the yards and the owners that you serve today. Any advice for anyone new to market who wants to break into that wonderful ecosystem? Any advice that you want to share?
This is. It's not easy at the moment. It's something that is, but for sure, about the environment, we are doing the best, and we can suggest something. As for this reason, if it is a team, we suggest some material, something that is in order to achieve that. But honestly, it's not at the end our decision. We have to, but we have to suggest. This is in our.
Thank you.
It's important not only the little, the big, but also the little. As a beach is made by grain of sand. So any dream stand is a daily effort is important. What you lose, if you lose a little money one day, is a big gain maybe. It's a big gain in fidelity in the relationship. This is in mind of the secret of the good relation. So we always put something from us. Every day, also us, in our branding disaster. We put something on the table that ensure to us to create an exchange, a better relation in the future.
Excellent. Well, there you go. Thank you so much, Marco, Daniele, and Sergio for
Thank
your
you.
input. We appreciate you working together in partnership with the cruise line owners, with the operators, with the shipyards, to develop really new products all the time, and to continue to maintain the creative process, ensuring that our passengers receive a dreamful experience at the end of the day, and that we can continue to make sure that we maintain the sustainability and keep the innovation flowing. So again, thank you for all of your support for the industry.
Thank
and
you
for
for
your
you.
continuous collaboration and partnership through that process.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.